All right. Hello, hello. Hear me? Let's see if that works. All right. We're working. Working. I guess everything's all good so far. So, what I want to do, I'm on PJs and everything, but I just wanted to read this form. I thought it was very interesting. All right. So I'm just gonna go ahead and read this form out. I don't know how long it's gonna take. It's quite a lot to read. I'm gonna go ahead and address it as a question and answer. So when I say question, it's the insider talking. When I say answer, it's his reply. This happened on a forum called Godlike Production. All right, let's get going. Got my water. We good to go. All right. So let's get started. It says, I'm a member of an elite family who you despise. Asking me a question. Before I begin, this occurred on 9/24/2005, so it's quite a long ways away. But either still, the information should still be spread. All right, we'll return that again. All right, let's get going. I'm a member of an elite family who you despise. Ask me a question, and I will answer them in short. Why? Because I can. Question: what's an elite family? Answer: that's how most are calling it. Families who are for a long time have been ruling the people who are not from these bloodlines. Question: what's your thoughts on peak oil? Answer: it is known within certain circles that it is manufactured. The earth is producing more oil gas than is being used now. Even, believe it or not, it is a natural process. The more you take, the more it produces to balance itself. Study the bees and the way they produce honey, and you will understand. On top of that, there are many places with large amounts of natural resources which have never been touched. The agenda, I think you know. Question: what commonalities do the bloodlines share? And have you ever blanked a child? Answer: understand that bloodlines have been chosen to rule. It didn't just appear out of air. The souls which incarnate into these bloodlines who rule are picked by divine law. Other things don't have to be mentioned. The second question shows you read too much Ike, who is a tool that is being used. But to answer, no. Question: sorry, OP, no one rules me, never has. Sweating? Answer: a little old saying, the perfect slave is the one that says, I am not a slave. It is like an alcoholic saying that he isn't an alcoholic, so therefore he will always be an alcoholic. Get my drift? Question: where do you elite store your mentally ill relatives caused by centuries of inbreeding? Answer: it is a myth that inbreeding always causes problems. If the two persons who procreate carry genes which are of better quality than the rest, dot dot dot. Question: why have you allowed us to breed like rats if population is what you feel threatens you? Answer: we haven't allowed that. You have more power than you think you have. Population does not threaten us in any way, shape, or form. Again, a myth. Question: I am curious when a member of an elite family thinks of godlike productions. So what do you think? Answer: the more divided people are, the easier it is to rule over them, making them believe they have a sword in their hand, which they think makes them powerful and able to fight the dark sider, while it is just a toothpick. You have to be very careful who you have given that imaginary sword to, Trinity. Do you know that not just spoken words, but also written words emanate a frequency which have a direct effect? And I would say that a vast majority of the written words here are not helping the cause you think you're fighting for. Question: what is your religious affiliation? Answer: religion is created by us. The religions which rule now are the ones that are under total control. I can't give out too much about this, but Christianity, Judaism, Islam, Buddhism are a bit off, let's say. There is a core of truth, but it's drowning in a sea of perversions for you to pick out. Good luck. What we believe in does not matter, but it's about serving the divine law which was passed on to us. Question: how about the world economy? Answer: one thing conspiracy theorists are right about is that it is based on money that doesn't exist, never existed, never will. The ones who own the banks also own the media and the politics, so it can be portrayed the way they want to. They want you to believe it. Question: when will the wheat be separated from the chaff, or do you want to rid of the wheat and leave the chaff for your slaves? Whichever. When will it happen? Tired of false dates. Please be honest this time. Answer: I know 100% sure there is no end time. At least not like it's being portrayed everywhere, be it religion, media, etc. This place was never meant to end the way it's being described. There will be a time when everyone will be released, but that is not a mass event, but rather one by one. Work on yourself. I'm curious to know why the sorry about that. Question: I'm curious to know why the elites do not lead. They seem to be more of a parasite on society. Answer: a fish in the ocean can't see that birds are flying in the sky. Question: have you or any of your family members ever participated in an occult ritual? And if yes, what was the nature of it? Answer: rituals have a meaning which cannot be understood by most. Rituals are there to connect you with the higher beings who govern this realm. We are doing our job. Uh, Question: well, I'd have to say your divine law has effed up this planet and its people very well. Answer: peasants like you don't understand that you do it, nobody else. By the way, but what you just said, you lengthen your stay here on Earth one more lifetime. ... My condolences. Question: do you frequent the Bohemian Grove and fully participate in cremation of care, sacrifice to Molech, screwing the male homosexual prostitutes, orgies, etc.? ... Answer: those and other similar places are for the politicians and media people. They are obligated. Sometimes a bloodline will be present, but will not participate in those acts, which are not the rituals we do. Question: accidental stoner. Those were many questions, but I would most likely answer yes. No, this is a little messed up question. Not all the questions appeared strictly, so sometimes they'll just have the name of the person answering the question without the question. There'll just be an answer. I'm going to go ahead and just read that. Answer: those were many questions. Most I would answer yes, some no. Don't believe all that gurus tell about us and you will do fine. Question: do you consider the prevalent success of organized crime families and syndicates as a massive failure of your collective will? Answer: they are there for a reason. They aren't as successful as they look, though they are broken. Question: why do you continue to attempt to control mass consciousness by spreading fear through every outlet available to you? Why not set the knowledge free as was intended long ago? The written word is spreading the wings of truth. Answer: the sword has been given to the sheep. Oh, no, this is still the question. The sword has been given to the sheep, and the day of reckoning is soon at hand. I believe in no law of divinity or hierarchy. We are all equal unto the eyes of the Creator, and for that must you answer in your time. The meek are inheriting the earth presently. I pray for you. Answer: if that was the aim, it would have been done in an instant. You do not understand what this world we live in really is. Question: I have no questions. I do, however, have a statement. The time of reckoning is at hand. Answer: it is not. It goes. The best slave is the one who thinks he is free. Question: ultimately, is all a matter of genes. In esque si pas. Do you understand self-cloning? Do you agree that the planet is replete with false allies and false enemies? Answer: that's not how it originally goes about the slave. If you read carefully, you will see. Last question has a yes as an answer. There are also no real allies or enemies. Question: OP, if you are indeed who and what you say you are, then you will know that you and your ilk are in big trouble. ... Your time is short, and those you belong to, who are in our space quadrant as we speak, already know it. I imagine they are a tad busy right now, right at the moment. But of course, you must keep up appearances, even when you know you fight a losing battle. Personally, I will be very happy to see the day, and it is coming sooner than you think. Answer: there is no end of time. A long time ago, the people did almost manage to take over, and then bad things happened on Earth to those people. What are you seeing now? Are you really living on the planet you think you are? The higher beings who govern this realm? Do you Question: the higher beings who govern this realm, do you serve them? By what names do you call them? Have you ever seen them? Where do they reside? Answer: they penetrate everything, and they are benevolent. Answer: question: dang, Insider, you skipped my question about what really hit the Pentagon. Does that mean you weren't going to answer it? Answer: does it matter what hit it? Question: too much question dodging. Answer: I did not sign a contract which says I have to answer everything. Some questions do not need an answer, and others do not mean a thing, even though you think it does. I will be back tomorrow. All right, that's the first part of that forum. There's about 3 other parts. I just want to go ahead and read that first one. Tomorrow I'm going to read the second part. Next day after that, the final part. Yeah, it's very interesting stuff. Just the way he says, just the way he talks and explains things in ways you don't really hear out in like mainstream. It's not common knowledge. So it's definitely interesting. Again, you could take this however you want, but for me, I just took the information in. And as we go further along this form, you start to see that the answers he gives is, esoteric and at the same time just a little illuminating in a way. Very interesting read. I'm going to do this again tomorrow. Thank you.